Good evening, members of Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. How's everybody doing this evening? For those who follow Spiritual Encrypted Encounters here on YouTube, those who follow my group, Spiritual Encrypted Encounters on Facebook, and for those who follow my showreel TikToks under APCS895. How's everybody doing this evening? I hope everybody's doing great. Uh, we have been having technical difficulties with our connection, so I'm going to give it a shot to see if it's going to work. If it's going to be stable enough to be able to do this live. I'm going to send a link to cousin Jesse at this time to see if I can get him on here. Send him a link. Let me see the comments here. So hopefully the live is working. Hope everybody's doing great today. I'm gonna make sure the live is on through YouTube real quick. Okay, yeah, I see that it's on. So what I'm gonna do, brothers and sisters, as we wait, uh, I'm gonna send a couple of invites out to some of the groups that I shared to. I'm seeing two comments there, but I'm not seeing any comments on the here. Let me see if y'all can read this. Whoever's here. Section hello to see if somebody is going to be able to respond to that. Okay, I see you, Sister Ivy. How you doing? Let me share this link. Uh, as I wait for cousin Jesse. How's everybody doing this evening? I'm just sharing to a couple of more groups. Share to the groups. I'm going to bring cousin Jesse in.
Greetings to the members of Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. Hi, Lawrence. How you doing? Hi, no formed meat, please. Hola, Prima Ivy. Pablo 55. Hi. Prima Ivy. Hi. Cross eyes blinking. Ivy. Primo, how you doing this night, man?
Doing good, cousin. I just made that video I made earlier.
I was there.
Yeah, I seen you. Yeah, we had a pretty good crowd there. I just no, I don't know how long the show is going to be tonight. I just named them the manifestations of the DDN. Appearances that they take,
Hmm.
which are many. So I just made it simple for tonight. I named it manifestations of the DDN.
Welcome, Yvette Philgo. How you doing?
I can't believe that there's that many gullible people out there that think that the Bigfoot and Dogman are 100% flesh. It's crazy, man. But I guess it's up to the eye of the beholder, right?
I don't know, Yvette. I hear him. He hears me. Does anybody else hear us? Because Yvette says there's no sound. You hear me, right, cousin?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sound check. Testing one two one two.
Yeah, I can
Testing
hear
one
you.
two.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me, Pablo? Can you hear me, Lawrence?
If you can hear us, give us a thumbs up.
I see.
How you doing, Mr. Anderson?
Can you hear us, Mr. Anderson?
Yeah, they
Mr.
hear us.
Anderson can hear you. Lawrence can hear you. So it must just be
Yeah,
you, Yvette. Thank you, Pablo.
yeah. I know. Yesterday we got we were on for about an hour and a half, and we had some technical difficulties. A good show could be about an hour, 2 hours. Sometimes we just go with the flow of things, how the audience is tuning in. Uh, I don't know how good it is right now, uh, because over here to the right, my camera, I guess from my faces, it's got like a ringer or circle where it's going in and out. It's green and then goes out, green and goes out. So I don't know what that is. I've never seen it before, but we'll still go with it.
I don't see
Yeah,
anything
like
wrong
was
on your screen.
yeah. I think last night, Primo, I had something happen. How it was to my mom's. Today's the day after.
Mm-hmm.
Certain things happen in the morning. You could say kind of like I'm not gonna say a spiritual attack, but something surfaced up, man. Something showed itself, revealed itself to
Okay.
me at nighttime. At night, and because I went to sleep after, how we had the difficulties. I went to sleep after I finished doing my live off the phone. Something manifested, something showed itself, tried to show itself, but it wasn't strong enough. But something manifested itself. It felt like to me like
Science.
it was something trying to take the form of that succubus hat man.
The succubus hat
That's what I
man.
felt. Like hell. That's what they are. Soul takers.
Mm-hmm.
Something. How we're talking about how things are draining people's life source.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what I felt. Something like that in that nature. But there was a lot of spirits of children that this thing or whatever it is has drained where the children, or I guess there was like a lot of spirits trying to warn me about this dark entity.
Wow.
So I was able to get up and tie bound and rebuke whatever's around me. I told it that it's not welcome here. So it became as something shows itself to me. I don't know if it's dealing with the same thing of what we were talking about yesterday or
Hmm.
what, man. But it was pretty crazy. Well, I know there was a lot of spirits of little kids, uh, and this thing that was like black, but I couldn't see I couldn't see how he looked because he was behind me, behind my head as I slept. So you could say it was like a form of sleep paralysis.
Oh wow.
But it happened the day after we talked about how a certain individual is taking the life source of people.
Yeah. I
You
was
know,
talking to
you know what I'm
somebody
saying?
about that earlier, and I was telling that person that I thought it was kind of strange that as soon as he got out of where he got out of, my uncle started dying left and right. Hello, Abigail. How you doing? Which I found that strange because as soon as he got out, they started dying.
Uh, yeah, I'm thinking that if something is assisting him, he's got if something is happening in that nature, that this man has some kind of deal with something,
No, I agree. He might have.
whether it's a succubus, incubus, or hellhound, or something of that nature.
I'm great,
That's
Abigail.
what I
Thank you.
that's what I felt. That's what I was sensing, but I couldn't see what I was dealing with because I was fixing to fight it spiritually. But
And then it
by the
snuck
time I
up
woke
on you.
up, the day, the morning had already passed.
So be alert tonight. It might come back.
Yeah, uh, I'm not worried about it, man. But like I said, I'm ready to fight spiritually. The only thing I can do is try to bring spiritual awareness to people. I believe I caught something on the camera. There's something passed in front of my camera too. Uh, I seen something leaving the house. So just a lot of strange activity. So shit, man, I'll be fighting spiritually against these things for a very long time. Uh, Especially when I was in Elms Grove, it was pretty hot and heavy there.
And
It's kind of like
like
was it?
you remember you asked me how I knew it was him. One time we went to see Tia Delia, and he was living there. He paroled out to her house, and he came out to say hi, and she started feeling weird, and he hugged her. When he hugged her, we had to catch her because she fell. We had to put her in the vehicle because she was physically and emotionally drained. He drained her when he hugged her. That's how I knew it was him. You got attacked too, Lawrence? Came up behind you? Wow.
He was behind him.
Yep. So that last night when you asked me how I knew is because of that happened right in front of me when he hugged her. He completely drained her. We had to take her home. She was knocked out.
I remember her was being sick.
She was
I
fine
mean,
till he touched her.
no, I'm saying, but I remember she was always getting sick.
Hmm.
I don't know what happened to La Duende. I guess she must have been working.
She's out on patrol. Hi, prima Ivy, ¿cómo estás? So anyway, moving on. Let's get back on topic, cousin.
Yeah, manifestation of the DDN.
Welcome under fire. How you doing? You should have asked to be put on the live, Lawrence. We could have talked about it. You know, you guys are always welcome to jump on the live. All you gotta do is ask cousin Abe to send you a link, and we'll put you in here to tell your story. Hello, Morgan.
I'll let you start with something, cousin. Manifestations of the
A
DDN.
manifestation of a DDN. Hmm.
Or, anything that you think that's out of the ordinary, something that has the capability of changing forms at will.
Well, there was that shadow figure where I used to work, man. That it would open and close the bay doors where I used to work. It it would manifest into a dark shadow, but you could feel it when you were working in the warehouse because it would get cold all around you, like really cold, and you when you breathe, you could see the smoke in your breath, man. That's how cold it would get even on a hot day. Because
Yeah.
my brother asked for a night shift and they didn't have one. So because he asked for a night shift, they gave it to him, but then he refused to work it, and I had to work it. So as I was working, nice shirt, man.
Let me trigger corner the crop real quick. You probably get mad because I got the shirt on, eh?
No, I think he'd get pissed if you had a shirt with corn on the cob on it.
I got a cross. I got a heavenly cross, and he probably gonna get mad because I'm wearing a shirt with a heavenly cross on
Welcome, astronaut Violet.
it.
But yeah, Karen, we would wash the mattresses. We would wash the mattresses, and then we had to hang it on some racks. You get 8 mattresses on one rack, which that was 2 beds. And once you put them on there and you filled up the room with mattresses, then you had to go back and air them up because they were air mattresses. When you were airing up at night, it would get cold where you were airing these things up that you could see your breath. So I knew that it was there because my sensors would be triggered. And excuse me. And then when I saw it walking through the camera, I knew that's why it would get cold around me. It was a dark shadow figure. But how the hell are you gonna request a night shift and they give it to you and then you don't want to work it? I remember I used to watch the CPR, the CPRs, yeah, come in through the back door and run through the warehouse where everything was hanging because they were scared to go in through there. They knew there was something there. So yeah, that's something that manifested right there in that warehouse, man. We had 2 warehouses and they would manifest in both warehouses because the owner died there when it used to be a ceiling fan store. They found the owner dead in the office.
It's crazy.
Hmm. I felt that for 15 years, man. I worked there for 15 years, so yeah. I would be the first one to come in and the last one to leave.
Mr. Evergill said, my nephew started walking up in the middle of the night every night, screaming. Do you think it's a spirit of some sort, or just a nightmare? And she said, I think it's a nightmare because it's an every night thing. If it's a recurring, it's more of a could be a like sleep paralysis. If he's waking up screaming from or night terrors, right? If it's something that's happening time and time again, the same thing. I would suggest to clean the house, place the heavenly crosses where he sleeps in the room, on his windows, all throughout the house, and on him, and pray if there's any unclean spirits or negative energies uh, to leave. Take authority over him in Jesus Christ's name and set him away. That's what I would suggest.
I would suggest the same thing. Something is visiting that boy every night.
Yeah, but yeah, the those shadow spirits, man. People don't understand that you can see them during the day and at nighttime. At nighttime, they just look like a dark silhouette, and from a distance, when it's dark, you'll literally think it's a person because it looks like a person because you're able to see the shadow figure or shadow silhouettes of the manifestation that is taken. But when it gets close, then you know that hey, this is not a person. This is a dark spirit or a dark shadow spirit.
Hijo su.
What's the matter, cuz? ¿Te pegó el sueño?
My allergies, man, they're getting worse. They're getting worse. I don't want to take anything that's gonna make me drowsy, man. The other night, my mom had a night terror. I had to wake up and wake her up. She was screaming. She said she was fighting with my grandmother. Excuse me. The baseball player, Pablo? Fernando Valenzuela, the baseball player?
You can pray, cousin. You want to do a prayer?
I
That's
don't,
who that is.
I don't, my, my allergies are acting up because I can't talk. Pablo, what's wrong with Fernando Valenzuela, Pablo? He passed? Oh, wow. Okay. Dear Lord, we pray for Fernando Valenzuela's soul. And may he come to your side and be allowed in heaven. May his family be, oh, how do you say it? May his family be, may his family find comfort that he has gone to a better place, Lord. And may his family be blessed that knowing that he is now at your right hand side. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
I mean,
Now, exuberance, my allergies are acting up real bad, man.
if they get that bad, cousin, I can go by myself if they're hitting you that bad, man.
I mean, I'll try to, I'll try to wing it, man. It's just that with all the damn cocaine I used to do, man, my nasal passages are all messed up, man, and sometimes my allergies get real bad. But I'll hang on, man. I'll try to give you at least an hour, because
Yeah, but if you have to go, cousin, nah, I done that little live earlier,
no,
and
no, this is the highlight of my nights, man. I look forward to doing this every night. You're welcome, Paulo 55. Anyway, back on topic, cousin.
yeah, with the manifestations,
Mm-hmm.
see, they're talking about Jesus Christ. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just here to tell you that when I type under Rick and Jesus Christ name, all these things is DDN with the different manifestations that they take, they flee. Uh, I had spiritual battles against demons, and I fought through. Or at that time, it was just saying the deliverance prayer, the Our Father, and they fled also. So they fled when I said the Our Father, and or it could be because I was praying in true faith and believing in Jesus Christ that they fled. They know I have true faith and true belief.
See, I'm not the only one that looks forward to this every night, man. Look, Sir Murphy, Lawrence, Morgan, we all look forward to being here, man, as long as we can. Yes, even me too. Cross-eyed blinking. Exactly, Morgan. Real people here, not bot subscribers. Abe, Abe didn't come out of pocket to get us here.
Yeah, there's a lot of channels that have lots of subscribers, spot views. It's crazy, man. I mean, I don't know why they do that. Just be yourself and do your show. Eventually, you're gonna have yours. At least the views are gonna be real.
Yep. As I said, this channel is the home of the real thing. We got the videos to prove it. The host goes out and risks everything for content. Hmm. Exactly, Yvette. Exactly, Abigail. Before I came on here, I was suffering from sleep apnea. Now I'm suffering from no sleep. I'm always alive. My mom said I'm starting to look like a zombie because I got these dark circles under my eyes. But hey, I'll be falling in this chair asleep, and I'll stay on here till I can. Once I can't do it no more, I'm saying I gotta go. No, and that's the lie, man. Because I don't care how much you pay to get subscribers and and anything else, man. If it's not real, it's not real. And when real people come in here and see, then they know it's fake. Like Abe says, it's just better to just be yourself, and eventually people will find you and they will like the content and they'll come back. which that's what happened here. Look at all of y'all. Thank y'all for being here.
But the I've always been here. Uh, if you look at my old footage, before I was doing lives on YouTube, I have a lot of videos that I was doing of my group spiritual encrypted encounters that I would download and place them on YouTube. I was doing that. So there's a lot of videos there where I ain't changed one bit. The same things I say in those videos, which are all videos, are the same things that I say now. So you don't see a change of character or nothing. I know there's probably a couple of videos where I was addressing people a certain way, but that was Sarncias. Sarncias can get a certain kind of way.
Me and Sergeant Cias need to hang out and go terrorize somebody.
But yeah,
Yep.
if you look at the old videos that I was downloading from Facebook to here, I ain't changed one bit. You see Spiritual Abe, the same person that I am now. It's the same person that I was then, and the same person that I was even before. Where I would just, you could say, analyzing everything, just paying attention to everything. I wasn't just paying attention to the physical things around me. I was always paying attention to the spiritual aspect of things around me too. So I could tell when, I've had people come up against me when I was younger, when I was back in Raymondville, where I knew the people. They'll be so mad, but it wasn't them that was coming at me. It was the unseen spirits that were using them to come up against me, in which I had to use a love foundation, and I will tell them, look, I'd rather be your friend than your enemy. I have nothing against you, and it will work. The person that was for some reason furious with me became normal, and that was it. They became cool with me. Uh, but I don't, only God knows what he was going through, which normally maybe possibly a spiritual opening within the family where the father, the mother, or somebody in the family was being spiritually bonded, in which when there's unclean spirits like that, it affects every single member in the household because it's jumping from person to person, trying to cause chaos, havoc, and division within the family. So the unseen enemy works. So when you're able to see these things like that, then you know how to approach the situation. If you have to approach a situation to handle it physically, but if you see that he's being controlled by an unclean spirit, then you handle it with a love foundation and you send the unclean spirit away by not giving it a spiritual opening. So there's many ways to fight, uh, physically and spiritually. I can tell you that right now. And this things when I talk about like tonight manifest as a DDN, it's not just a manifestation that you can take. They can enter people and try to control them, like a form of possession or a temporary, which would be called negative attachment, temporary negative attachment that can jump into a person to be used to come up against you. Just kind of like Corn the Cob when he jumped in here. He's coming in a negative way. I called him out. He's all upset because I called him out. Well, you're not coming in here with your regular profile that says the name of your group. You come in here with fake profiles. So that by itself is already telling you that he's got bad intentions, right? If he's coming with a fake profile, he's got bad intentions.
He's a
That's the way
chicken
the enemy
shit.
works. The unseen enemy. That's the way it works. When they infiltrate, they can show themselves to you indirectly. Like I said, I've seen them all my life where they enter people and stuff like that. Um, but then I know what I'm dealing with, and I know that I can't anger because anger is a spiritual opening. So I have to remain calm and handle it with the love foundation. And whatever's there eventually is going to leave the individual because it's not winning, and I've overcome this unseen forces, the DDN, witchcraft, narcomancy, you name it, by staying level headed, not getting pissed off, but through a love foundation, maintaining my love foundation and overcoming the enemy with the love foundation. If they can't hate because you're not giving them the reason to hate you, and you maintain your peace, you're calm, you're relaxed, then eventually whatever is causing them to hate is going to leave their vessel. Then they're going to become normal and everything's going to be cool. I've seen that happen numerous times throughout my life. Now, of course, for people that are not, that have this spiritual blessing to be able to see things like this, they're going to go with what they were taught. Somebody wants to fight you, well, and they go into a fight with these individuals, right? That's what happens. There you go. And let's see what Lawrence Morgan says. Soon sees of destruction in the family seem to be a major pattern of demonic attack nowadays. That's right. So that's why I do the shows and talk to y'all spiritually. The things that I've witnessed, that I've seen, and you're gonna get to know more about me and the things. As we continue to do the shows. So I just gave you another little example of me, how I would see things. I remember because Jesse stayed with us, he was trying to toughen me up and all this, just because we had a fight and all that. But I was already fighting a different fight than the people that were coming up against us, uh, in which I was already fighting spiritually, and that's just a whole different. You had to be a whole different way if you want to fight spiritually, in which you can give the enemy a spiritual opening. So I had to stay calm and relaxed no matter the situation, and handle all the situations accordingly to when the time came. But I could not store hatred or anger because the enemy would attack, the unseen enemy would attack. So that's how I lived all my life. Just and when I would take care of business physically, which there was numerous times that I had to because I had no choice. I will make sure that I did it with the Love Foundation, that I worked in with the Love Foundation and just handle the situation accordingly so nobody will get hurt. But, just subdue it. It was over, game over, and just move on forward, but not open and leave it opening for myself to get attacked spiritually. So imagine that, getting in the fight, but you can't leave an opening of anger, hatred, vengeance, because you can get attacked spiritually. So that's one thing that I bring to the table here in spiritual encrypted encounters, because I've been walking that life for a very long time. I've been in situations that things could have gone awry, but I believe in my Lord and Savior, and certain things didn't happen a certain way. Like I said, if you're not fitting fuel to the fire, then the fire is, or it's not going to grow. What's going to happen to the fire? It's going to die down. It's going to go. Now, if you fuel the fire, then the fire is going to grow and grow and grow and grow, and even a house can burn down, the building can burn down, but the openings are there for the fire to grow. It's about making the fire not grow. That's what it's about. And what I mean by that is the unseen spiritual forces, manifestations of the DDN. what do you think they manifest to look beastly, or they manifest to look like a shadow figure?
Fear factor.
The- For the fear factor, that's what they do. That
Hello,
what do you
Joe.
think that mimic different voices, different sounds,
Be right back.
sounds of animal all at once for the fear factor? And if you don't give the enemy uh, power of what it's using against you by basically if it's trying to get you to fear, use the opposite. No fear. If you feel that things are going too crazy around you, you go into prayer and fight spiritually, call upon Jesus Christ to assist you to bring the heavenly angels to help you because you don't have to go through a spiritual situation alone. That's why we pray. So you're never alone. Just remember that. No matter how hot and heavy it gets, whatever manifestation is taking, if it's changing to multiple manifestations, it's showing you that it's demonic in nature. Don't fear. Jesus Christ is with you. Fight spiritually. Tie, bind, and rebuke it in Jesus Christ's name, and that unseen enemy will flee. How you doing, runner? Your brother Joel, Mr. Anderson's. When I've encountered the DDN, whether I see a shadow spirit, whether I see a manifestation of a lycanthrope, which is a werewolf, a manifestation of a troll slash dark shadow with red eyes slash Bigfoot, right? Troll Bigfoot. I show no fear because I know if I show some kind of fear, oof, you see how fast they move, right? How fast they move. You seen the videos that I have to lower down? They move at a high rate of speed. They move like the wind, like the wind. They go. They move with the elements. So if they see the spiritual opening, they'll come and
How are
attack
you
the
running?
vessel. Attack the vessel. That's why you have to not get the enemy what it wants. It wants you to fear. Set it in your mind, I'm not going to fear you, no matter what the manifestation is, no matter what sounds you make or what noise you make. I'm not fearing you. You're going to prayer and fight spiritually. See what V says from my experience. Shadow figures are three-dimensional and pure black and can move very fast. Yes, right, V, very fast. Or they just stand still, then disappear suddenly. I've seen both smoky and solid types. Yes, they have different manifestations. There's some that look brownish also. There's some that are black. Then there's some that look like a brownish, look like a blur, but they're brownish also. Oh yeah, you want to jump on, Mr. Anderson? I'll give you the, you know,
I've never
what
liked
do
to
you think
go
about
night
the primo?
fishing, Joe. Excuse me. I missed most of that because I went to the bathroom.
Who's talking about the manifestations of the take? Did they do it for the fear factor?
Now, of course, it's for the fear factor. Primo, they're trying to get you to be afraid so they can find an opening to possess your vessel so they can destroy your vessel and claim the soul.
So you have the fear factor, then you got the belief factor,
Hmm.
where people are believing in what they're seeing, and if they're demonic in nature and they're believing, guess what? That's a spiritual opening that they can use to attack. Believing, the belief factor. So if people are believing that they're Bigfoots, but it's just a manifestation of the DDN, they're going to attach themselves to that individual.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And all they look is for one opening to get in. That's all they need. I was listening to a story on TikTok about this lady said that one of her friends came to visit, and it was an old friend. But while they were standing close, she felt like something blew into her ear, and then she went to church, and the priest sat next to her and said that she needed prayer. But she said that when they started praying for her, she felt like a large hit to the chest. She lost her breath, and the priest told her that whatever was in her, he was having trouble getting it out. So it took like two or three priests to get that out of her. But her friend is the one that gave it to her. It was on her friend, and she felt that blast of air she felt in her ears where it entered her body. I was like, wow, her own friend did that to her. That's messed up.
You can join by the phone if you want to. Also, it's up to you, Mr. Anderson. I'll place the link right here. If you want to join.
Excuse me.
But yeah, I've seen them. The shadow form ones. I've seen them go from shadow figure to a full manifestation of a human,
Oh, wow.
and the manifestation of the human is wearing clothes. So they have many capabilities. There's not like they're butt naked. They're wearing clothes. So it's
Start
kind of
tie
like
binding and rebuking, Lawrence. Start tie binding and rebuking, Lawrence, in the name of Jesus. Start praying. If you hear noise, send it away.
yeah, I've seen them manifest into different things. But those are the capabilities. But when you have a low foundation and through the spiritual good discernment, it'll show you what you're dealing with. It'll show the enemy, so you deal with it accordingly to what the spirit is showing you, what your senses are letting you know.
All right, Lawrence. Awesome. Show no fear. Mike's got a question. Does corporal burning help cleanse areas? Good morning, Bolt Gun. How you doing? Welcome. Don't know if you can hear me, cuz.
So
Okay, okay, because I tried to use this
we have to
damn
bring
mute button. I don't know if it worked.
all right, brother.
It might be a cat.
Possum, raccoon, they like getting into the trash cans.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Raccoons, possums.
Yeah, that's what everybody wants to know, Exuberance. When are you coming on the live? You've been here forever. You should at least come on the live once. Talk with me and Primo, man. Come on and I'll give you a hey, ¿qué pasó, loco?
You know when they came in numbers, man. Up in Lubbock, Texas. Um, they surrounded the house, the ranch, because we're living in the ranch. You know, in the ranch, there's nothing but fields around you. And when they surrounded us, and it first started when I started noticing one. It was always in the same area. The one that I would notice every night looking. It could have been possibly a scout for the DDN, right? Or should I say the demonic beings? But then after I seen that one day I went outside because there was arguing in the house. Then I seen more than one. They were all in front of the yard by the pine trees, and they had yellow eyes, very tall. I mean, they had the red eyes, very tall. And to the right of the ranch house, there was pine trees there too, and they were standing all around, man. Like they were everywhere. They came in numbers. I guess they were coming to do bad things to us at the ranch, you know. But luckily, we went into prayer. My parents stopped fighting, and we went into prayer. And they as close as they got that I seen them was by the windows, by the doors. They were looking. You could see the red eyes. They were all around the ranch house. We just prayed. You know, that's when I told her that I had fallen asleep, and when I woke up, it felt like my face was touching the ground. But when I opened my eyes, I was actually elevated to the roof, to the ceiling, should I say. And when I opened my eyes, my brother see me up there right at Chang. They were like in sixth grade, I think. He freaking jumped out of the bed and took off running out of the room. He was like, the thing he said when he see me up on the roof was like, "Oh shit." That's what I heard him say. And when I heard him say that, it's like I got let go and I fell from the roof and hit the ground. But yeah, it was a spiritual warfare. You know, if they can have a jurisdiction, arguing as a spiritual opening, they'll use it to infiltrate a home. But luckily, we went into prayer to protect the family. I say as many red eyes that I've seen, there had to be 20 to 30 of them around,
Wow.
all around the ranch. And I
Wow.
did check behind the house, uh, all the areas that were there. I guess they were coming to try to destroy, attack the family, but We went into prayer, and they had to leave because we call upon the Heavenly Father to come and assist us spiritually. So I'm just sharing a little bit of what I've witnessed, of what they could do. You know, if it's not the appearance already that's freaked out because as big as they are, then you see the red eyes looking at you. That right there could be a spiritual opening because he's trying to scare the hell out of you. And I've learned not to fear, no matter what the manifestation is, because fear is a spiritual opening. Sharon Bryson says, I was curious if she get the machos for cleansing, or does it attract spirits? I used to get touched at night. What the hell? You know what she's talking about, Primo?
There's a perfume called Siete Machos, cousin. But I just thought it was a perfume. I didn't know you could use it in that particular form or fashion, man. So on that question, I have no idea if it's used for just a perfume or if it attracts spirits. But it's called Siete Machos for a reason, I'm guessing. I don't know.
That's the one that says it drives a woman crazy, right?
Yeah, seven machos.
Shit the machos. Any questions of what I've witnessed at the ranch?
What came up with the Siete Machos, man?
Was that Primo?
What did you find on Siete Machos?
No, I was just what did I say?
No, I thought you were looking it up on the computer.
Oh no, I wasn't looking it up. I was looking at the comments. But no, I thought Zeta Machos was a perfume that the some of the stars are wearing right now. That they said that the women go crazy and stuff when they're wearing the Zeta Machos.
Sharon, Agua Florida is used more for cleansing. They use it like if you're gonna re-energize something, you put it in, you put it in, then you clean it. Whatever the artifact, you clean it with it. That's what I've seen it used for. It's like when you do a cleansing of your business, you mix agua florida with a bunch of powders and stuff and mix it, and then you throw that out on your front of your building. It's supposed to draw away negative energies and attract positive energies, and that's what I've seen agua florida used for. It's just to help cleanse. Setamatos are like I said, I thought it was just a perfume, but I don't know if it's used to attract spirits. Cause sorry, back on track, cousin. I'm sorry. I was just trying to answer the question. You mix that with birdseed. You throw that with water and birdseed out in front of your business, and the birds come and take the birdseed, so they take away the negativity. Everybody's trying to get exuberance to come online. Well, you could use that. You could use that spray for cleansing. It's got an Indian chief on it. and I think it comes in a purple and white bottle. You can use that to cleanse. That's what it's for. Um, you can use sage. You can use Palo Santo to cleanse. If you're looking for incense, but if you want to really cleanse, I would recommend holy water or virgin olive oil. I'm pretty sure my cousin would sign off on the holy
Yeah.
water and the virgin olive oil.
Sometimes I've used olive oil, pure olive oil, to bless, or you can make your own remedies, pure stuff. You can add water, since that's part of the element. Add garlic,
Hello, Julie
olive
Parker.
oil, salt, anything pure. You can make your own remedy, and then you can pray over it for the Heavenly Father to bless it,
If
and it
if
becomes
you
that
go
much stronger.
if you go to a botanica, Sharon, or one of those I call them witchy poo places, they sell charcoals that are used specifically for cleansing of the house. You put it in a little pan and you set it on fire and you start at your last room and you start cleansing as you're praying room to room.
Somebody said,
I'm right
"Where's
here,
this?"
mayhem. I'm right here, homie. I'm just in ninja form. There you are. Look, I see my. You can let you see my whiteness, bruh. How you doing there, buddy? I'm right here. I'm just blending in, hiding from corner on the cob, and definitely hiding from the huggable succubus. You welcome, Sharon. Stealth mode, exuberance. Can I tell you a story, exuberance? One time I was being looked for by the cops, man, and I was hiding in a bathtub inside a bathroom, and the cops came in into the bathroom where I was hiding, and they didn't find me. Ninja mode. No, but on the real, that actually happened. They didn't find me. Welcome, Walks with Bear. How you doing? Yeah, I know, Lawrence. I'll take it back.
Yeah, I'll
God
say it.
bless you, Julie Parker.
I'll say his name, Joe Henry.
Is he related to John Henry, the black dude that used to work on the railroad?
No, Joe Henry,
Oh,
the
okay.
wrestler. Don't say his name; he'll show up. Joe Henry. It's a
Yeah,
wrestler.
I
That's
have
what
great skills, exuberance.
don't say his name. It will show up. Joe Henry.
That's cousin Abe. I used to think I was a ninja. We used to do Tai Chi by the tree, exuberance, right by the picnic table. Yeah, nobody was more surprised than me, exuberance, because I was right there in the bathtub with just the shower curtain closed, and they came in here. I could see them, but they couldn't see me. I was I was eating some sugar babies, Abigail. So most of what I had in my throat got swallowed. Yeah, cousin, that actually happened, man. They didn't find me in the bathtub. It was like, oh, how did you master that technique? God was looking out for me that night, man, for real. I didn't die and didn't get found by the cops. You wish you would have done something for my leg because it was swollen while I was running. Cops were coming, had to like ninja manish. Anyway, back to the subject at hand. So when you gonna come on, exuberance? We waiting, man. We waiting. I told you, you come on. I'll give you a ¿Qué pasó, loco? Come on. That's gonna be some incentive. Damn, I already drank 2 bottles of water, cousin.
Diabetes.
No,
You're too thirsty.
I'm trying to pass all that damn thing I have in my throat, man. No, it's alright, man. If I get sick, I'll just do what I always do. I'll just chug a big old bottle of NyQuil and wrap up and just sweat it out.
What is it?
Joel wants to know if you got a chance to see the videos he sent you for corn.
I haven't seen them yet.
Because I ain't going to forget exuberance. Everybody else might forget, but not me. They put me wise to you, man. Yes. Ninpo. And yes, Smurfy, they call me the Mexican ninja. I don't throw Chinese stars. Just say I throw guacamoles. I throw molcajetes. Leave a 3 dot on your forehead.
Manifestations of DDN. Anything out of the ordinary that people have witnessed. Uh, they have so many capabilities. They're able to manifest just about to anything, man. Into a dog, into a cat, bird.
Yes, Lawrence. Cousin Abe told him earlier he doesn't need just one. He needs like 2 or 3 jobs.
I'm being honest, man. I haven't read the lie to the guy. He needs to. I mean, I don't know if he even graduated high school.
Ouch, cousin. I never graduated high school. No,
No,
don't throw
him.
rocks.
I'm just saying. 'Cause, some people that they're if they didn't get graduate high school, they were even too lazy to get their GED. 'Cause they don't want to get their GED, and most jobs they ask you for your high school diploma.
Or your equivalency.
Exactly.
No, Smurfy. Have you ever had any donkey meat, Smurfy? You've
Pretty
never
much just
eaten any
a
donkey meat?
burro for a churro. So they say corner God likes a burro for his churro.
I'm asking him if he's ever eaten any donkey meat. Wait to see if he answers. How do you get on? You asked cousin Abe to send you a link, and you can get on. V Real MMA. Fiona.
It's fucked. Oh man, that's trick.
Uh, Abe says,
That's
"Can we
messed up,
get a
man.
link in the chat again?"
Yeah, let me put. I'll put it on there.
No, Smurfy. If you haven't had any donkey meat, man, then you're missing a great piece of ass, bro. Donkey meat, get it?
Okay, I don't want to. Can you hear me? I don't have
loud,
any.
loud and clear, V.
Do I have to do video or
No, yeah, that's fine. If you don't want to do video, you don't have to.
I do audio? Well, thank you. Okay, I don't want to. Can you hear me? I don't have. Loud and clear. V.
There's,
Do I have
you
to
got
do video
some.
or no? Yeah, that's fine. If you don't want to do video, you don't have to. I do audio. Well, thank you.
Well, that's not good at all, V.
I think there's a way.
Oh,
Hello? Hmm. Yes, crap.
get in my ears, man.
Uh, leave.
Feels echoing.
Yep. Ooh, hadn't had a good ear check in a while. Thank you. Maybe next time, V. Anybody else wants to come on? Come on, exuberance. Get on here, man. And if you echo, we'll call you Echo the Dolphin.
There you go. Manifestation of the DDN. Makes you wonder some of this fairy tale stories like Little Red Riding Hood. If what they were talking about was really a lycanthrope or a shapeshifter skinwalker. The wolf.
Damn thing stuck. There we
Because
go.
they can manifest into anything, man. Was that cousin?
Yeah, yeah. I always wondered, man, because you know they say he ate the grandmother. They say the wolf ate the grandmother, and then he was waiting to eat her. So some kind of demonic entity.
You hear it happen all the time, man. Uh, Especially when people used to get trapped in the snow for the summer or for a couple of weeks, months with no food and stuff. They had no food, so they had to eat some of their family members.
Yep. You died. You were lunch.
But then after that, they become wendigos. Yeah, they became a meal, like McDonald's, a Happy Meal. Well, not so
No, the
Happy
Red
Meal.
Riding Hood did. Red Riding Hood didn't get eaten. Don't you remember, man? The woodsman came and saved her and killed the fox.
No, no, I was talking about people that would get caught up in bad weather,
Oh yeah, and then you got
snow.
caught up in the snow. They couldn't find you till
Uh,
the snow
the
melted.
Wendigo stories of the Wendigos was dealing with that, where people would get trapped in the snow or whatever, and some people would come scared because there's something was chasing them, and then I guess the Wendigo would change forms to look like a regular person while they're still in the hunt for them. And all of a sudden, those people wind up dead and trying to figure out what killed them. I think there was a story where, in a way, where the guy was the Wendigo, the one that killed him. He come in a manifestation of a man, but it was him. Because they kill. I think they eventually killed that guy because they said he was a Wendigo.
Damn phone. Oh,
I
I
know it
didn't know
says
that,
in the real
Lawrence.
story, the husband she gets eaten too.
I stand corrected.
A lot of cartoons with lobos or werewolves, Three Little Pigs. We've been going on for an hour and 18
An
minutes,
hour, 18
cuz.
meeting. I'm hanging in there, cousin.
Yeah, it's already 12:15. The green fairy tales are dark too.
I'll be back, man. What's going on out there?
The other story of Wolf, Peter and the Wolf. Remember that one? Peter and the Wolf was a pretty popular one too. Lechuza sounds like I could make a Lechuza sound, but I've been getting a lot of activity here. Last night I had activity, so I don't really want to attract any kind of stuff since I already been having activity here. And so and Gretel is another one. Sharon Bryson wants to know what the scariest thing. I've seen a lot of things. So there you go, Sharon Bryson. You got a question, Primo? What's the scariest thing you guys have ever seen?
Well, to this day, the scariest thing I've ever seen was the hand with no arm on the window, cause that beat the wolf that I saw hands down, man. Cause I was a little kid when I saw that. Smurfy, why you always want the lechuza sounds, brother? You just like scaring the females here in the in the live. I saw a hand with no arm, Sharon, crawling up a window when I was 6 or 7 years old, and it scared me something awful that it traumatized me. And my father sent me to live with a blind warlock for a year. I remember him pick me up, and I remember him bringing me back. I just don't remember what happened that whole year that I was gone with him. And I have a year of my life missing because I don't know what was done to me. But that's the scariest thing I ever saw.
Yeah, I don't know if I can tell you. I've seen some crazy stuff, man. But for me to say anything that it's the scariest of spiritual, it's kind of like all I want to have is their own credibility. That I can say that one was greater than the other because I'm not trying to believe in them, but I've seen them. Whether it was this bat-like thing, or you want to call them, when I was like when I came back from Mexico, my father was telling me that he was trying to introduce me to a friend, and I thought it was his friend Chuy that would come visit us on the bike all the time. So he told me to sit in the front yard, facing the house, and he told me that his friend was gonna be here, and when he showed up, that he would let me know. He told me, "Don't get scared when you turn around. Don't get scared when you see him." Said it, and he was like, he's our friend." So I'm sitting there, and he's like, "Hey, he's here. Turn around slowly." So I'm turning around slowly. That's where I seen him, behind the blackberry tree. He was very tall. He had red eyes and big wings. He had to be over 15 foot tall because that blackberry tree was tall. I'll say 13 to 15 feet in between there. All I know is, like, all my senses got triggered and all my hairs were standing up, that my senses were telling me it was evil. I ran inside the house. My mother asked me what's going on, and I was telling her what I was seeing. She went out there, and when she looked towards the tree, the thing wasn't there no more. My dad was only laughing. He was laughing. He's like, and he's like, Joaquin, um, no lo estás asustando. And he was just laughing. And he said, I told you not to be afraid. Only he knows, and I've been try to see if he talks about anything, what I witnessed, but he don't. Now that he's older, he's done lost a lot of his memory. But I witnessed that, so I guess I was, for the age that I was, I think it was like 3.5, 4 years old. as big as it was, that was like one of the scariest things of I would say that that I seen when I was a kid was that, whether it was the Mothman, a demon, I don't know, it had, it was huge. And I tried to question my father afterwards, like, what kind of friend was that? Why is your friend scaring me? And he was just laughing. But after that,
Yeah.
it's like I really, if I see something, I don't get scared because I know Jesus Christ is with me, and I do what I got to do.
I hope that answered y'all's question.
Because
Any other questions y'all might have for us? Yeah, we could answer. Yes, Sharon. I experienced how a harpy turned, a lechuza turned into a, manifested into the human form of an old lady and was trying to take my eyes. That I'll never forget. But you'll be surprised what's out there. A lot of the legends that say that are true are actually just DDNs that are doing it for the fear factor.
we run into so many men that I don't even know. You know, when you've seen so many of them and you don't fear them, it's like fear is out of the equation now that I'm older. Uh, the one that was sitting on the tree stump when the hurricane was in the 1970, I think it was like 1975, 76 when that happened, I think, where it was sitting on the tree stump of the lagoon because it was raining. The valley was a hurricane coming through. So they said, let's go to higher ground. Let's go to our friend's house, Joey and Matilda. And there was a big fish in the middle of the dirt road because the water was high on the pond. And it was literally flowing over the pond, over the over the road. We got off, got the fish, grabbed it. When I grab it, I hear something making a weird sound, like a screech. I look to the left, I see something sitting there on the tree, sitting like with the feet down. You can see white claws. The body was like midnight black. It looked like the wing material, kind of like a bat or a dragon. Uh, the wings, the way they look like that, like the texture of the wings of a bat. But it was pretty tall. Um, you see the teeth. He had very sharp teeth and red eyes, and was just looking, and it would make this like a sonic or screech sound that would hurt our ears. And I grabbed the fish and I took a running with it and took off up and it went straight up in the air. Like they had supersonic speed. We're getting in the vehicle. We're driving I had the fish, and we're driving. We still need to go to the ranch, so we're going towards the ranch, and it comes swerves down and it starts ramming its body on the side of the station wagon, like trying to hit us off the road. My mom's praying, and my dad's trying to hold on to the steering wheel. We had a I think it was a Ford, that dirty green, light green color, or pastel color from back then. it was looking at me, screeching and hitting the station wagon. And it was very long till we finally make it to the ranch. Chewy he's like, "Oh, so you finally met it?" And he's like, "Met who?" So that's the he said that's the demon of the area. That's what he said. The story was an old lady. They had a little house out there, and some dealing that she summoned it, and it appeared. So they're dealing with a child also. All I know is if it was a portal or she summoned it like she was a witch, it's like to me it would be demonic. But that right there, man, when he went over us, he scratched the shit out on top of the station wagon. Man. But that was
Wow.
pretty big too. It was just a different kind of whether it was a creature or a demon. Uh, well, that one followed us all the way home. It mimicked my grandmother's. It mimicked my grandmother's voice. And it was trying to get me to go to
I
the
seen it.
window. I got close to the window, got smacked in the face, and I got a scar in my face now. That's with me for the rest of my life. But that happened when I think I was already might have been pre-K or kindergarten. I was still young when that happened. I can't remember. I think 75 old from 69, I will be 6 years old when that happened.
That's kind of weird that we both have experiences for looking at windows. But hey, at least the one I saw didn't scratch my face. Cause sometimes when you take up your hat, you can see those scratch marks on your face, especially around
I
your
got them.
hairline.
Yeah, I have them. You can see it in the picture right there. When I was a kid, where I'm missing
Hmm.
hair on my because it ripped some of my hair off on my face. On the picture that you see a little boy, that's me when I was a kid. If you
Dude, you
really
had a
look at
lot
the
of hair.
picture, yeah, you really look at the picture, yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, I've seen so many things, manifestations, man. It's freaking crazy. Like Yorona would be another one, another manifestation. Oh, man.
oh, man.
Yeah, the manifestation of that, and if my mother was screaming and praying, and all my brothers and sisters were crying. Yeah, it affected us pretty bad, man. Something like there was. I never seen Joe. I seen Bear here earlier also.
Oh, she's in here.
Hmm? Go
Waffle
ahead,
Bears
continue.
in here.
You should see the top of the.
What the hell?
See the Greek. Hour and 36 minutes.
Yes, sir. I'm trying to hold on, cousin.
Yeah,
Trying
another
hard.
thing that I seen that was scary to me was because they say it's the scariest, and other things I've seen are pretty scary. Was when I got surrounded by the six supposedly werewolves that I believe were demons, but their manifestation of uh, lycanthrope on twos. I saw surrounded by six of them. So that by itself will be most likely, since I was older, pretty scary too. Yeah. Which one was I telling you about right now, people?
The one with the werewolves.
Yeah, the six. Because I'm lured into the woods with a woman crying for help. I go there with my bat, and it turns out to be that there's no woman in there because the crying for help stopped as soon as I was fixing to swing the bat. When I turned around is when I seen them. It was six, three to the right flank, which is at the right side, and three to the left. Where I was surrounded by them. It's something that would be one of the scariest moments.
Man, my dogs are really barking. Hold on.
Oh, what? Said his dogs are barking. I'll tell you what, that the only thing that got me out of there in one piece, whether it was spiritual or physical, is that I went into prayer. The only way out was the way I walked in. So I had to go through the middle of the path. And all I did is ignore them. I had no fear. I started going into prayer. So I was saying to Our Father, as I was going through the middle of them, they were looking down at me because they were pretty tall, like 11 to 12 foot tall, somewhere around there. They were looking down at me. They all started saying something when I was saying to Our Father. They started uh, saying, the Holy One, the Holy One, the Holy One. This is what they all were saying. Uh, and I was able to walk out of there safely. I don't know. The reason they were saying the Holy One is because I was praying, so Heavenly Father, Heavenly Angels were around so I can get out of the situation I was in. But yeah, that was scary, not knowing what's going to happen, whether you're going to live or die. So yeah, it was pretty scary too.
I know how that is, cousin. Especially when you're looking at something that looks like a werewolf, you don't know what's gonna happen, and the only thing you got is what you got in your hands. And unlike you, who went into prayer, me, I stared it down, and like I said, it
I had a
started
bat in
melting
my
into.
hand, a bat, and I looked at them I said, man, this little fucking bat it's gonna tickle him. Ain't gonna do nothing to him. 'Cause I was in one of those situations like you damn if you do and you damn if you don't.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I know. Like I said, they were chasing that thing in trucks, two trucks, and I don't know how it teleported and wound up beside me, who was running like a dumbass on the property on foot. So yeah,
When I went around the bend, primo, it was sniffing the back of my head. I couldn't smell because I had a cold that day, but definitely I could feel like something was
sniffing you.
uh, right behind me, or right on my neck area, like breathing on me.
So it could have like grabbed you by the back of the neck if you had tried anything.
I turned around and looked, and I never did. There's a question, primo.
Yes, Charlie. Vampires, Nosferatu are definitely real. They exist, and they are not DDN. They are their own entities, man. They've been around forever, just like the DDN. So yes, they do exist.
Okay. There's different kinds of vampires. Some are they like draining energy, which are energy vampires. Like a
Succubus, incubus.
succubus would be considered something like that. But the Nosferatu, I believe they're around, just like witches and warlocks are around. And if you're dealing with mystical and magic, they're around.
And they walk in the daylight. They don't need to come out at night to hunt. They're day walkers, man.
Which were daywalkers, which are skinwalker shapeshifters.
It's like I say, you can't believe in God and not believe in Satan because they coexist. Good and evil coexist. Then there's no two ways about it, man. You can't have good without evil and evil without good. The back of the same coin. Like I know y'all probably already know why the yin yang is black and white. The the black side is the evil side, but it's got a little round circle of white, which it says that even in darkness there's some light, and in the white part there's a little dot of blackness, because even in the light there is some darkness. So like I said, they coexist. You can't have one without the other. There's a question for you, cousin. What exactly is a skinwalker?
Shapeshifter skinwalker is people that they practice witchcraft or necromancy that was being taught to them by, believe it or not, what people want to call a Bigfoot, by a demon. That's what his true nature is, a demon. Uh, Even the elders say this, that the Bigfoot corrupted some of the people, in which they went into dark magic, witchcraft and necromancy, that made deals with them, that that they would teach them, show them, uh, give them powers. One of the powers that they gave them was the ability to shapeshift, or I believe their main mission on was to do evil works. So then when they died, they continue to live in spirit, in which you get shapeshifter skinwalker, which is you could say they're since they chose that path, they're kind of like demons, or a form of a demon, because They were taught the witchcraft and necromancy, so they have the abilities of the DDN also. There were, they would do what people call the Bigfoot. Uh, also was stealing children from the natives, kidnapping the children, or people go look for them in the woods. They would get lost. They go crazy, right? They became Wendigos. Normally, Wendigos is they have to cannibalize, eat human flesh, in which there were certain tribes that would eat human flesh. So that's where the Wendigos came from eating human flesh, a form of cannibalism.
Okay, so
But
you actually know what a skinwalker is then, Chaley? Whoa.
yeah, that's what we're talking about, Brother Anderson. Not necessarily a shaman. It's people that got corrupted. Not necessarily a shaman. Because the shamans were saying that it's people that got corrupted through witchcraft and necromancy by the demons called the people call them Americans call them Bigfoots, but to them they're demons, demonic of nature. Yeah, they can manifest into anything, man. They have many capabilities. What I'm call that's what it's called, manifestations of the DDN, because they all come from the same source, evil, right? You know what the abbreviation for the DDN stands for? Disembodied demonic Nephilim.
You believe you're a shaman, Chaley? All right.
Where Griffin says, or God has put it in their hearts to fulfill his purpose. Doesn't mean that he puts evil into their hearts.
Maybe you're just a late
Yeah, but
bloomer, Chaley.
there's people that dealing with white magic, black magic, good versus bad. You know, it said that he corrupted a lot of people, people that wanted more, that wanted power. So if there's art, if there's dark arts being practiced in the native land, right? In those days, then what stays behind? Negative residue, uh, areas where they have native Indian burial grounds and indigenous activities. The residue still exists, which are called generational curses. Yes. The battle of good and evil, brothers and sisters. So you can give power to anything like that. Doesn't matter what they're saying to you. Doesn't matter what manifestations they're taking. You have to remain loyal to the Heavenly Father with a heavenly love foundation and have a relationship with Him in order to be able to fight spiritually against His unseen forces. It has to be done through Jesus Christ. That's the only way.
No, Shaylee, I don't know what that is. Sorry. You know what that is, cousin? Uh, Heyoka?
I've heard of something like that.
I haven't.
I think it is an instrument. I know it's like a harp
He
or
says he
something
loves the.
kind of.
He says he loves the story of them. So
I know
did
that
you?
there's also beings, other beings that they summoned through blood sacrifice, where some of the natives didn't want to die in the hands of the enemy, so they would form a circle by holding hands, and the father would go and slit the wrist of all the children, and then and his wife and himself. So they would die holding their hands, where the blood was in the circle. So when the sun would rise, the one would rise, which the one is kind of like a demigod. He can manifest from Mother Nature itself. So it makes his manifestations. I've seen him, and he went straight into the ground.
Skin washed with bear knew exactly what it was.
So those masks, like some of those shamans, that were put on masks of buffalo, mask of deer, mask of wolves, when they go into the circle when people are sick or people are dying, to help the person either get cured or help them cross over. Ya mero, le vamos a la 2 hour marker, primo.
Ya mero, primo. So would that count as to the third hour?
Yeah,
We already did
I
it.
mean, I did an hour earlier. I know it was getting pretty interesting here in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know about the one. I know he exists. The one rises when the sun comes out after the blood sacrifice from the circle. A dark entity called the one would rise, and that's where its capabilities, using Mother Nature itself to manifest. You could say it's kind of like a territorial uh, demon. Some of the masks kind of look like that, but they it's kind of like a war face, that they will put on like an ugly face on the mask to look, for the fear factor. Doesn't a mask cover the true nature of things?
Be back again.
Yeah. There was a lot of sacrifices where people would die that way. That's why there's generational curses on the lands where you get a lot of activity from because of the spilled blood, generational curses, and of course, native Indian programs where you would plant a tree and the tree is not old or huge because it's a different from a different time, but the bodies remain. That's why there's activity like in the trees too, where these dark shadow spirits can go through the trees, like a portal. I heard something. I think cousin Jesse might be coughing up a lung over there or something. Yeah, the one of the neighbors that lived in Elms Grove, he would tell me not to go to the woods out there near the airfield because he said that they were there, and I would tell him what's out there. No, he would say straight up, werewolves. He would tell me where they would stand and everything. He had a target marker. He had bow and arrows, and he will make his own fighting. He was a welder, so he had all kinds of weapons were made to fight them, but he never killed one because they're in spirit form. You can kill the spirit with weapons or something that's demonic if they just manifest their spirit. So, but his house was loaded with weapons, man. Every window, by every doorway, he had weapons all over his house. He showed me where they hit his wall. I could see where there was some dents. He, I guess he sold his home and he got the hell out of there because he was getting too much activity. Okay. And then the premier were the 2 hour marker.
We made it.
We made it. And in saying that, any questions for the stories that we're talking about? If you got any questions for me or cousin Jesse, lay the questions down over here on, and it's in capital letters so we can see your questions.
All right, runner.
Brian Griffin said mad.
So, no questions?
I'm just reading.
That's Murphy.
There's one here.
That's kind of iffy, man. I think when people sleepwalk, or people that astral project, and demons invade their temple while their spirit is traveling.
There's another
But that's
question.
just that's just my point. That's just my view of thinking. Now for former, please. When people sleepwalk, I believe that their astral projecting spirit has left their body, and demons take hold of their body. That's why they sleepwalk.
Hey, are you taking a guest next live also? Yeah, next time we go live, I'll probably take a guest, which
Yes,
would
he's called
be,
exuberance.
huh?
He's asking if we're gonna be taking guests. I said we're gonna be hosting exuberance on our next live. He's gonna be the guest.
Yeah, I mean, you can join next live. You know, we're just gonna call it a night because you know cousin Jesse's been a trooper with the allergies and all, and I want to let him get some rest. I know how that is when you have the allergies like that. I'll
Now
be
it's
able to
in
get
my
some
eyes,
rest,
man.
and
Now it's in my eyes.
uh, we'll see what topic we can talk about. If y'all like talking about this kind of topic, let me know. You know, you give me. I mean, it's very interesting to me because I witnessed it, man, in Central Texas where I live. Even when I was in the army, I would notice the activity was out there. Some really crazy stuff dealing with shapeshifters, skinwalkers, wendigos, you name it, it's out there. I witnessed it. Not just that. Uh, an area, I know where this area is. I was working all day in this area when I was in the army. I was in charge of a detail. Our detail was to pick up all the trash in this area. So we're cleaning up all day till the end of the day. You know, we're waiting for the Deuce and half to come pick us up. So the deuce and half shows up. I tell him to run to the, to the back of it, you know, and they're running. So I'm walking. It's like around 5:30, 5:45, and as I'm walking, I sense something beside me. And when I look, I see this old lady looking at me with this old dress. Then when I look to the left of her, there's like two, three other people beside her. And I'm like, where had these people come from? So when I did a complete turnaround, there was like four people here to my right, and there was people walking behind me, like in numbers. Like I'm saying, like 10 people walking on the path, and I don't know where they come from. So I went as fast as I could, got in the dozen and a half, and I told the the driver, let's get the hell out of here. So yeah, that was creepy as hell. What was it that I witnessed? Was it ghost? Since the sun was setting, could it have been victims of the Nosferatu? Because this location was an old cemetery. There's an old cemetery there. Mhm. I know the location too, where it is. In that location, a lot of people have disappeared because that's the location we do land nav course.
Oh,
Many soldiers, many soldiers have disappeared in that area. Yes. So I've seen a lot of things, man. This location is near Maxdale Bridge. Maxdale Bridge in Central Texas, one of they say it's one of the most haunted places because there's a lot of old cemeteries. It's an old cemetery. So in
all right,
saying that,
cousin. I'm gonna bid
in
you
saying
adieu
that, all right, cousin, you can say your farewells to the people.
to the members of the Spiritual Encrypted Encounter. I wish y'all to be blessed. May the Lord protect you while you sleep and fill you full of blessings when you wake up. Bye to everyone. We'll see you on the next one. All right, cousin. Get some
All right,
rest,
cousin.
brother.
Yeah, I will.
Bye.
Bye. Good night, primo. I'm telling you, I've seen some weird stuff because I've always been able to see spiritually what's around me spiritually. So, like I said, I've seen ghosts, uh, everything you can think of. I've run into just about all throughout my life as I'm able to see things that are around me in spirit. But I guess that could be a good topic for tomorrow. We'll talk about all these things that I've seen. I think one day I ran into a ghost of a woman. It was cold and she was barefooted, sitting in a little old bus booth in the darkest corner of the corner of the bus. She was pale from the face. She got up and passed right in front of me. And I asked her if she was okay. She didn't say nothing, but she looked like she was a ghost. But in saying that, brothers and sisters, I guess I'm going to let y'all go also so I can get some rest myself. Any questions for me that I could answer? And I want to say I'm sorry also for addressing uh, the elephant in the other room from the night before. They came in here being disrespectful. Uh, we here truly on spiritual encrypted encounters. We don't play games with nobody. We're not trying to bother anybody. We're just trying to do our thing. Uh, so for the troll, stop coming in here. I'm just telling you straight up, stop coming in here and let it be. But you keep on coming in here. I want to continue to target you by defending myself, talking about you, since you're talking bad about me. So I just give you a taste of your own medicine back. But regardless, I'm still calm. I'm still relaxed. I'm attending my love foundation through Jesus Christ. Yes. But the same, brothers and sisters, thank y'all. God bless y'all. Y'all have a beautiful, blessed morning and evening. See y'all tomorrow. Thank you for the new members that subscribed and joined. Hit the like button. Uh, everybody have a beautiful, blessed morning, and and good night, everybody.